politicians argue over the controversial proposal, very little has been heard from the industry that's supposed to benefit from it. Tonight, leading figures in the British steel industry have told this programme that they don't require its coal. Our chief correspondent Alex Thompson has this report from Whitehaven.
West Cumbria, the end is nigh. The government's finally about to decide whether or not to allow the UK's first deep coal mine in 30 years. The same government that's telling the world, go green, stop digging coal. The mine's supporters say coke from a new pit on this brownfield site near Whitehaven can be used to make steel in Britain greener, cheaper, better than shipping in foreign coal.
I think it is reprehensible to be shipping coal halfway across the world when we have a domestic source, particularly as we've seen in recent months when supply chains are open to severe disruption.
But now, for the first time on television, we can put that pivotal argument to the people who really matter. For years now, heated debate between those who oppose and those who propose this mine should be built. And in all that time, we've heard virtually nothing from the steel industry itself. But tonight, all that changes. Two key figures from the industry have gone on camera to give their views about whether our steel industry wants or does not want a mine to be sunk just up the coast behind me. The Materials Processing Institute in Middlesbrough.
This institute is the UK's National Centre for Steel Technology. We know what we're doing. We've been doing this for 80 years.
So what about that central argument that the steel industry wants domestic coal and there's a market?
But I don't think I've heard anybody in the UK steel industry come out and say what we really want now is a coal mine. In fact, all of the steel companies in Europe, and not just in the UK, are really thinking and investing heavily in new green technologies to move away gradually from coal.
There are only 2 blast furnace sites left in Britain, and one, British Steel at Scunthorpe, can't use the Cumbrian coal because it's unsuitable. The company's former boss says the argument that UK Steel wants or needs this mine is absurd.
It's more than a strong opinion, I would say. I think it's ridiculous what is happening. It is ridiculous. By the time that coal mine is open, most of the steel industry in the UK doesn't need it, and you will have to export it. And then the whole argumentation of, well, okay, it's less coal because it doesn't have to be transported is all gone. Then you have to transport it because there is no usage anymore in the UK to use it. So where's the argument?
Even the mine company, West Cumbria Mining, says about 85% of the coal would actually be exported. But there's another reason now to open the mine, say its supporters.
We imported nearly 1 million tonnes of coking coal from Russia last year. We're waiting on Q4 figures. But yeah, of course it's a valid argument. We need to displace whatever we can from the Russian economy to make life more difficult for Putin.
So we took that argument back to Middlesbrough, where they know steel inside out.
This mine will not displace 1 tonne of Russian coal from the UK market. And the reason for that is Tata Steel, the only potential client for this coal from this mine, have already removed all Russian coal from their system, and they've announced that. And British Steel, of course, they can't use the coal from Cumbria. So there's no possibility that this mine will displace Russian coal.
Whitehaven, home of the possible new mine. There's money all right for some here, berthed comfortably in the marina. But stroll through town and the high street tells a different story. Many here want this mine to happen because of 3 things: jobs, jobs, and jobs.
Bring more jobs to the place, won't it?
Whitehaven could
But
do
yes.
that.
Oh well, I could do. It's like a dead city around here now.
It needs jobs, it needs shops full. As you can see, half the shops are empty.
Environmentally, I'd be against it, but I can understand them wanting to do something for Whitehaven because there are a lot of closed shops.
Voices backed by many local, regional councillors and MPs.
They're good, permanent jobs, well-paid jobs, not just directly employed, but of course many thousands in the supply chain as well.
Again, UK steel industry experts say the jobs promised from Cumbria just doesn't stack up.
I don't think that those jobs will come because, as I said, the steel industry will go a different direction, and therefore they won't need at least so much coal anymore, and it will be gradually less and less and less.
We put all the points raised in this report to West Cumbria Mining. They declined to comment. The ghosts of former pits still dot the West Cumbrian landscape. Government politics now demands levelling up, jobs, domestic energy. But tonight the steel industry has broken its silence, telling the government coal mining in Cumbria will not help meet those demands.
Alex Thompson reporting. And later in the programme, we'll be looking at how Australia's